Hey YouTube, coming at you with the legend, well, not a legend team, it's from a legend, Mark, who submitted the team and said, longtime viewer and submitter here, yes you are, I absolutely love this team and want more people to experience its strength. JELLICENT on the lead is weak to dark, 2 answers for dark and the back ABB in the sense that both back Pokemon are weak to ground, and Drapion is a safe swap to lure it out and flip switch or grab shields. The core between JELLICENT and Tink is nearly perfect according to PB Poke, and JELLICENT comfortably covers Tink's 2 weaknesses in ground and fire. Went 14 and 1, only submitted 2 sets here, but I did include the loss. Hopefully I put that one in. I put in 9 out of the 10. You'll see in the matchup, I expect my opponent to instant swap knowing I had the Shadow Ball loaded and queue up my switch. My opponent either lost track of my energy or made a big brain play to stay in, and it cost me the game. I should have just waited the turn and clicked the move. Yada yada yada. I'm sure you are aware. Am I aware? I'm sure you're aware, but I'm a small content creator myself now, and you can choose whether or not to bring that up in the video. Bringing it up in the video. If you want, you can... I'll see if I can find a link to post. Anyways, let's jump right into it. We fairly lengthy explanation on how this team works. So again, with the Carbinks, like I said, these rock type Pokemon are coming out. So this is a pretty good matchup here. And they make a nice catch on a Golisopod. So where do you go from here? Going into the Drapion. Yeah, that makes sense. Shadow Claw is resisted. X-Scissor or the Aqua Jet will hurt. But we will get to the crunch and take this out with a little bit of overfarm here. And they do shield. That's fine. We'll just shield back and keep in the ones. Although Tink is a pretty good answer to, maybe even a better answer to Carbink. So you maybe want alignment there. And yeah, there we go. So they do catch on the Carbink. Tried to catch a Crunch, did catch an Aqua Tail. But now we just have alignment with Tink. So Moonblast resisted, Rock Throw resisted, just farming up a ton. Gonna Bulldoze. This will be super effective, but it is a Bulldoze, so it's not going to do an insane amount of damage. Oh, that does almost nothing. This move is so bad. People ask, like, why didn't you run Bulldoze? Because it gives you coverage. I'm like, yeah, but it's truly a garbage move. So take it out. Golisopod comes back in, and we'll get an Aqua Jet off here. Nope, they're going to throw a Resisted X-Scissor instead. Okay. So now we got a farm down there, and now they got one Pokemon, and yeah, that was weird. Okay, Drapion. Tink's a pretty good answer to Drapion. Poison's resisted and Crunch is resisted. So they have to go just Aqua Tail, and it takes like at least 3, maybe 4. And a Bulldoze obviously puts on a lot of pressure. Super effective. Takes it below 50%. Oh, they have the Sludge Bomb, which is also resisted, but I guess a little harder hitting resisted move at that. So Drapion's going to throw the second Sludge Bomb and do take it to the yellow, but we're going to have a little bit of extra energy coming out of this. Although it is against a Talonflame, so that will not get much use out of it. And we are going to instant swap here. And it is a Morpeko in the back, and just getting ahead on energy here. Put you in a pretty good situation here. They will get off the Aura Wheel. We're going to shield this. We will shield it because we have a move. It is the Aura Wheel. We did CMP there. This won't take out, but it'll put them pretty low. They do decide to double shield, which is kind of interesting. Knowing they're going to win CMP here, I think you just let this go and get Tink with the Bulldoze. And they instant swap and going to get in here. Getting the Surf off. Surf will not take out, I don't think. Like, it's super effective, but it's JELLICENT. Oh, almost. I think you just... I mean, you'll live a Fly or a Brave Bird. It is just a Fly. Maybe you wouldn't live a Brave Bird, but it would have been close. You do live a Fly, do farm down, have a Surf coming out. And they will top left. JELLICENT into Malamar. Non-Shadow Malamar. Foul Play is super effective. So let's see, we're going to catch. No, we're just going to go straight in and met with a Corviknight. Sand Attack, super effective. Crunch. Hopefully it does 50%, but Corviknight's got a little bulk to it. Yeah, so just under 50%. No defense fall. Gonna get the second one, but they'll probably live if they want to let this go. It is gonna put them close. So they do let it go. You do get the defense fall. And now opting to commit a shield. Sky Attack, shielded. I don't know if you can point this thing down before I move. Yeah, so we're going to throw the Aqua Tail, saying if you want to take switch, you're one, you're not going to get it, but two, I'm going to burn a shield before you get to a move here. So yeah, easy shield and farm. And it is, again, the Malamar coming back in, getting to the crunch. This will chip probably below 50% here. And then they get into Typhlosion. Now, Typhlosion has Thunder Punch. And going to get to the Surf. So this will likely grab a shield. It's going to take 2 Thunder Punches to take you out. And they will be able to get back to back here, I believe. Because they'll have 2 moves and, yeah, have to throw them. But now they should be dry, which means that your Drapion should get to Aqua Tail first. And they get into Malamar. So at this point, you just commit to the aggressive Fairy Down, or at least come out with like another Bulldoze. Banking the move. They didn't. How did they not take you out? Gonna take them out before they get to back-to-back superpowers here. Knowing that we know the Typhlosion is dry, so we can Bulldoze that out. Diggersby. I think good overall, even though both fast moves are resisted. Hex resisted, tackle resist, no, quick attack resisted. They'll have a Scorching Sands. You'll have a super effective Surf. So I've got Imagine advantage to you, but the attack does fall on the Scorching Sands there, so that is unfortunate. Gonna get to the second move. Again, your attack lowered. Resisted hexes means that this will live with ease. They will get to another Scorching Sands. 12 plus 9. I think that you'll outpace. Yeah, you'll definitely outpace. So, gonna get to the third Surf. This will take out. I've already taken 2 Scorching Sands. They do let go. What's in the back? A Wiggly. Gonna instant swap. And then Toxapex is drawn out because of it. I'm actually kind of surprised you instant swap there. Like, it was what? Maybe like 1 or 2 charms away? And then you could align with Tink so easy there. And then you could have eventually just lined up here in the back. I mean, it worked out. But I'm surprised you gave up switch there. Because Charm is neutral on Drapion. And Aqua Tail is the best thing you can throw. And they're going to let this go down. What are they doing? They're going to shield everything. But not that it matters. They'll Icy Wind you, I guess. Yeah, Charmers are pretty rough to run right now. There's quite a lot of fires. There's now Tink as a steal. There's some poisons, so I'm not sold on a charm user at this moment. So we'll bulldoze this out of here. If Bulldoze even takes out. What a terrible move. Okay. One more Fairy Wind to take down there. Sableye. Ooh, Sableye is a tough lead. So we're going to instant swap Drapion. You're going to get to a move first. They do not try and catch. I was about to say, they can't go Foul Play. That's resisted. They have to go Dazzling Gleam. And they will, maybe it could be bait. Let's see. We are calling it, and it is a Foul Play bait. Never bait. A Typhlosion eventually comes in. Why would you bait when you have a Typhlosion there? Okay. So grab the 1 shield with the Aqua Tail. Gonna grab another one if they throw again, which they do. So here comes the second shield. Yes, they'll have Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch will not take out JELLICENT on the first one. So we'll get back in with JELLICENT. Probably have to shield up 1 Thunder Punch. Now you gotta hope they almost don't have a double fire in the back, or that could be a little tricky for Tink here in the back, but we'll see. There's 1 Thunder Punch. You're gonna have to shield up this one. That's fine. I would go 1 more Hex and throw the Surf right away, and they try to catch. You know, everything's resisted here, so you just let it go. You'll have a Bulldoze for the Typhlosion. Gonna go 1 and throw, hoping this takes out. Does not take out. And now it's a Credilli. Yeah, I don't think there's a point of baiting here. I think you just go straight play rough both times. Maybe if they lower your attack here, you reset. Maybe not. Everything's resisted, so you may throw, you may just instant swap. Yeah, gonna instant swap, get the surf off, just bank that move, knowing that you can throw it harder hitting. After the reset here, Shadow Ball lands too, which is fine. 1 HP. They're still hoping for the win con of you dropping your phone or just leaving, but not every legend leaves. Not every legend has to leave. I ran into some real try-hard gatekeeping legends. I've ran into legends that have just top left. So to each their own. Instant swapping out of the Goodra lead into your Drapion. Getting to the crunch. This will chip. Will not take out, but it'll chip. They could get to an Aqua Tail or Thunder Punch here. You probably live it, but it would put you pretty low. So gonna shield. You can probably just Aqua Tail this out here. Notice again from a legend the over farm and counting before throwing here. Just making sure we come out with this little bit of extra energy that we can now get to the crunch here. And you have to come Tink, which will be a nice answer, unless it has a Wild Charge, because then that'll be a little bit of an answer to you, but, you know, it's better than having Jellicent on it. Gonna have Jellicent on it? What the hell do I know? What are you doing? Do they not have Wild Charge in Rock Tomb? I know they have Rock Tomb for sure, but Rock Tomb would be resisted. Oh, no, they have Earthquake. They have Earthquake. That's why you came in here. So, back-to-back Rock Tombs. And I assume this one move will be an Earthquake. I forgot it. I forgot that it's a Volt Switch, fast move, but not a Volt, not a Wild Charge. It's an Earthquake here. So here comes the shield, assuming this Earthquake will come, and it does. Getting to the Bulldoze. You've already lowered their defense once, so hopefully this Bulldoze is enough to take out. They do shield. Will get to the Earthquake. I assume this is a one-shot? No, it does not. And Feraligatr comes in. Gonna chip it here. Shadow Claw will be super effective on the Jellicent. But we do have a Shadow Ball, so eat this. Lowered defense. Feraligatr, goodbye. And now to a Surf here. Nice. Yeah, that's smart. Again, Fortress is one of those where, like, because it's not so often played, people might not know the moveset. And I knew it had... I'm pretty sure it has Wild Charge as an option. Maybe not. Maybe I'm forgetting. Anyways. Jump off lead. Instant swap Drapion. Staying in. They just go Aerial Ace. It is a Lapras coming in next, which is interesting because that Lapras is a Sidewave user. Does not even have Wild Charge. What the hell do I know? Rock Tomb, Mirror Shot, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Return, and Sand Tomb. So getting off the crunch there. Grabbed one shield. Going to shield back, knowing that you're going to be able to get to another crunch here. And Sidewave being resisted, it's going to be kind of tough to Sidewave you. And I was going to say tough to Sidewave you down, but you're pretty low. Yeah, they have to throw. And going to shield to flip this switch here. 1 HP saying worth it to keep the switch. And Corsola comes in. Jellicent's just going to come in here. They're going to get to a move first, but you'll live. I would expect if they have the other Pokemon on the ready, they'll probably instant swap, so watch the catch. Okay, I guess I kept the loss in because that was the instant swap right there, which I think is like a... I mean, I told you to watch out for it. I didn't tell you to instant swap. But you and I both had the same thought as like your opponent. I think the correct play for your opponent is probably that. Oh, it's just so tough because then you would have killed this with Tank on the back here. You know, I do think that the right play is to get that move off and then try and catch the Shadow Ball on Jumpluff. Jumpluff's going to get a move off. You just have to commit to the Fairy Wind down here. But they're already at another move will take you out. Yeah, that's tough. You know, I don't think your idea... I don't think your idea of the move coming is wrong. But yeah, I think the way to ensure that is to just take that 1 second delay to ensure that they do in fact leave and are trying to catch before you throw a charge move. So that's sort of the difference between you know, the top players on the PvP circuit and that move there is they'll anticipate that catch, but instead of instant swapping like that, they will just take that half a turn, wait till they see the fast move animation from your opponent, and then make that decision to either throw or get into the back line there. So they go back-to-back drill runs. Still not enough to take you out. You've already grabbed one shield. And here comes the second Shadow Ball. Third Shadow Ball. So Dugong losing Switch and... Dugong losing Switch and going down a shield is a tough scenario to be in. They do get the Surf off and Sand Slash comes in. So we're going to get the first Crunch off here. Defense falls, so you probably don't even... it would be close if you need an Aqua Tail or Crunch. But going to get the second Crunch off here. Does take them out. It'll be aggressive Hex down. I think you probably could have got to a Crunch here. Yeah, they're not even close. You did grab a shield. You're not going to get to another one. You definitely could have got to a Crunch. You're kind of lucky. You're almost a little lucky that your opponent... Oh, nice catch there, though. I was going to say, you're kind of lucky your opponent wasn't counting. But catching a Surf when you're already up 2 shields is kind of dirty. You can even live a Shadow Ball if you really want to really rub it in their face. But going to shield... Play rough. Probably not enough to take out. You actually have good IVs on your Tink. So just shield up the next move or just go straight Bulldoze here for the win. Jumpluff again on the lead, so we'll probably instant swap Drapion here. Drapion comes in. How many times? Yeah, for Alligator, too slow. For Alligator's not even a good matchup with the Claw resisted. So they were like 2 to 3 Poison Stings behind and on resisted Shadow Claw. So this is a pretty easy flip if you want it. Yeah, so letting the move go, living a Hydro, knowing that the Claws are resisted, that you can probably just Poison Sting Aqua Tail this out. They may be able to commit the 2 shield to take you out. Yeah, now you're going to have to shield, and if they want, they can shield to ensure Switch is kept. Going for the Crunch, I don't know, maybe you're expecting a catch, but Aqua Tail obviously would have been enough. They do commit the second shield. Obviously, JELLICENT should just eat whatever move they have. 1 turn deny, so they're going to get 1 more Claw in on you before you get your Hex off here. And Jumpluff instant and resisted Psy Waves here. Just shield up the Sparkling Aria. Outspam with the Play Roughs. You know what? It may actually take a third. Lapras is just that bulky. You should shield 1. There's nothing that the Jumpluff really is going to have that's going to threaten you. So I would shield this one. You can over farm a bit. Just make sure that you come out with like a almost Play Rough here. And then instant swapping into the JELLICENT. I mean, we're assuming that they don't have Energy Ball because most are just running Acrobatics and Aerial Ace now. So gonna get off to the second shot, gonna get off the Shadow Ball here. They're gonna have to throw 1 more move here, but they could just throw Aerial Ace and bank and I think they needed to overfarm a bit more there. getting the surf off, but that is resisted. But it'll put them within, I mean, I think they're already in play rough range, and it's not like you can bulldoze this out. So they tried to catch a little off there for the win. Well, one, congrats on Legend earlier. Thank you for submitting multiple videos to the channel. Definitely showcase yours. I think that, yeah, I think that I'm currently working through the Home Slice Henry video right now. I'm editing it, and I'm gonna have a bunch of shorts. But one of the things that he mentioned about what separates the sort of legends from the lower elo players are obviously being able to count and manage your energy. And you saw that a lot in these battles, was making sure that we are counting, and we were coming out with like 2-3 extra fast moves worth of energy. And that really makes a difference sort of in the end game there and matchup wise. So if you want to become a legend, just do that. Easier said than done. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just it is a math game. Even Home Slice, when he mentioned it you'll see in the video, he mentioned that he likes GBL because of the math aspect of it, and it is, right. It is GBL is extremely easy if you have a ton of time to dedicate to memorizing all the Pokemon, all the typings, the matchups, the counts. It's a very, very easy game if you can do all that, but obviously it takes time and effort to do that. And then, the best of the best are just the ones who don't make mistakes and overfarm and all that stuff. So anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.